Hey there, I'm back with weekly energies reading this week by video. And you may be feeling this week this sense that, how do I say that? It's like all the work that you've been doing internally, this is where you're going to start to sense that the shifts that you've made on the inside are starting to get reflected back to you on the outside. So that's super exciting. I'm excited to see how that unfolds for me personally, but also excited to hear how it may unfold for you and if that resonates with you. So definitely drop a comment if it does. I'm going to pull some cards today, and I got the hit to pull my own cards. I made a deck of cards for myself just to sort of help me sort out my thoughts and my energy whenever I feel stuck. And they brought my attention to those today, so that'll be fun. See what pops up from there. But I'm going to start out with some tarot. See what are the energies this week, what you need to know when it comes to mission or healing. Ooh, got 4 out right away. Wow, guys, this is guys and gals. So we've got the 3 of Cups. That's always fun. Celebration, I'm feeling with that. Also, maybe some gathering going on. This could be celebration, gathering from a family or friend standpoint, but I'm also feeling like collaboration there too. So it could be a work thing, or, a business gathering, a coming together of minds and hearts. We got the Star card. The Fool, it's new beginnings. Yes, and it is new moon in Virgo. So yeah, now is a great time to start thinking about your intentions for the next month or so. And hello, we always love to see this card, right? 10 of Cups. Okay, so yeah, it's like, okay. Now I understand why I was excited to do this reading. I mean, I'm always excited to do these readings, but I was like having this big burst of energy before coming on and feeling really excited. Yeah, so because we've got stuff to celebrate, folks. We've got new beginnings coming in. We've got wishes fulfilled coming in. We've got hope. We've got healing. This is a super positive message for this week. And I've been receiving similar messages as well that, yeah, and I think it's shown up on previous readings that like the blessings are coming in. It's just been a little bit of a waiting game for that to happen. And what I'm feeling is that this is the week you're going to start seeing that. It's not necessarily like he's got kind of a small little rucksack there. So it might not necessarily be rushing in or coming in all at once, but you're going to start to see the signs of that, like in reality. Definitely sensing it. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel that shift. I had this moment last night where it's hard to put words to it, but it was just this knowing that the things are shifting behind the scenes for the better. And so it's not necessarily, it's kind of like keep doing what you're doing, but there's not a whole lot of efforting here. It's really about being able to receive, being open to receiving, being open to the new possibilities unfolding in your mission, in your life, in your desires. It's continuing to do healing work. This Star card here, I don't know if you can see that. So there's some tears here. So while there's hope, there's a little bit here. What I'm getting from that is like, don't necessarily neglect any inner work that comes up or any healing, or if you get triggered, it's like, what to do, and don't forget to do it. Stay grounded. You don't need to get swept away by the emotion, and at the same time, you don't want to ignore the emotion, but it's coming from a place of, instead of, how do I say that? It's when you get triggered, it's going back to whatever tools you use to feel what you need to feel, and then get curious about why you're feeling it. So you might have different processes to do that. You might do something like Byron Katie's work, or you might have a different kind of inquiry process, but it's about being curious versus staying in that lower vibe and getting into that space of feeling angry and wanting to be right and wanting to blame people and kind of just wanting to be in that stuck energy. It's really about leaning on your tools and your resources to get curious about why you're feeling the way you're feeling, and then moving through it. Like water, moves through, moves around, moves over. And that's what our emotions are, right? It's energy, emotion. So it's like it's not blocking the emotions. It's letting the emotions run through you, but also understanding where they're coming from. All right, I'm going to pull some animal oracles. Yeah. Bring your ideas to life and take the lead. And one more. Yeah, and this is the time to, I don't feel like it's so much bringing your ideas to life. It's like the ideas that you've been working on, maybe behind the scenes. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah. Maybe behind the scenes, maybe, just kind of your internal work. It's like the fruits of your labor are coming to life, is what I'm hearing. Oh, I love that one. Okay, and we have love is all around and the miracles are endless. Okay, so with this love is all around card, what I'm getting from that is remembering to be the love in those challenging and difficult situations. I know this is a particular challenge for me. And I feel like the opportunity for us is to remember to be in that space of love, even when we're in fear, even when we're angry, even when we're sad, right? And it's tied to that inquiry and that state of curiosity, but it's also like you could have people around you who just don't even know what it's like to come from a place of compassion and love. And in those situations, it can get really frustrating, right? And it can be really challenging and difficult to remember that no matter what's going on around you, you can be that love. So what I'm getting here is that it's up to us, those of us who are a little bit more awake, a little bit more conscious, even though sometimes it might feel a little weary and you're like, why am I feeling like I'm always the one that has to take the lead when it comes to being awake and conscious and loving and compassionate? Because that's what we signed up for. And so it's just a reminder that it not to, yes, boundaries, right? You got to remember your own self-love, and it only takes one to shift the energy in the room, right? And why wouldn't it be the person who is the one that has the tools, the one who is doing the work, right? That's part of modeling a different way of being in the world. So it can feel heavy at times, right, to be in that space. And I'm also getting like, don't lose sight of the bigger picture, right? Like, humanity is changing. It's a little bit of a shit show right now, right? But as more and more people start to do their inner work, start to own their own stuff, start to show up and model that, we'll start to see that shift changing on a much grander scales. And yeah, the miracles are endless. The miracles are endless. It might sound like it's going to take a miracle to help us go through this evolution that we're going through and, make it out the other side stronger, better, more true to who we are. And I'm looking at the Fool card here, right? It's a leap of faith. It's a total leap of faith. It's totally trusting that what we're going through is what we're meant to go through. It's recognizing that, yes, nothing in this life is certain. And I keep hearing a mustard seed of faith. I don't know what that expression is. I mean, I'm familiar with it. It has something to do with the Bible, but it's like the power of a mustard seed's worth of faith, right, can bring about miracles. So just remember that this week too. Some of you needed to hear that. All right, so I'm going to get, let's see. I'm going to pull one of my cards. Let's see. Or two or three. Let's see what happens. Anything else we need to know for the energies this week? It's very positive this week. I'm feeling a much lighter energy. It's also feels more integrated. Oh my God. Okay. Write a letter. Do you need to have a conversation with someone? That's interesting. Spend time with your inner child. Yeah. Yeah, so, whether you get triggered or not, this is a good time to just check in. If you haven't checked in with your inner child, that is confirmation that, you might want to just go within. I'm not feeling like it's really heavy duty type of work, but more of like a check-in just to see, if there's anything up for you that's wanting attention, care, tenderness, transformation at this time. And then a big fat yes. So, and I'm feeling like this is connected to that letter. It could literally be a letter. It might be a phone call. It could be journaling. It could be a letter to yourself, right? You'll know. If this is you, you'll know who it's for and why. And it could simply be asking for something, asking for what you want, asking for what you need, and trusting that the answer is yes. It might not look the way you want it to look, but it's like all signs are go from the universe. So that's the reading for this week. Lots of really positive, upbeat energy coming in with this new moon. Also, just remembering, celebrate your victories, celebrate whatever you've got to celebrate, and just check in with yourself too. Keep your feet on the ground and go within and check in as needed. They want me to pull one more card. Okay. From a different deck. I thought we were done. Also Tarot, but they want me to pull it from the Lightseers Tarot. Oh my God, that's too many. Really? Let's see. Like half the deck came out. Ooh, okay. So there's some swift action coming in too. So there's a little bit of sense of urgency here, and I feel it's connected to this letter. If there's something that you need to say to someone, I'm feeling that it's really important to take care of that this week. I'm just feeling into that a little bit more. Why is this Knight of Swords here? I know this is a little longer than usual, but I just felt like the energy shift. It kind of got a little heavy for a moment, so just want to check in on this. I'm getting it. It may not be what you think it is. Okay. Well, that's not confusing. Or maybe it's not confusing to you, but, because I know I said earlier, you'll know, if this is you, you'll know who the letter is for and why, but is it that the Knight of Swords is not what they think it is? Oh my God, what? Okay. So this is really interesting. So we got the Seven of Swords. Oh, look at this hiding under there. Seven of Swords, the Hermit, Five of Cups, Seven of Wands. We got a whole story here. Okay. It's urgent because there's some sort of manipulation or deception happening that needs to be addressed. Maybe not to the recipient of your letter. This got like really, how was this related to? Okay. Oh yeah. So it could have to do with maybe somebody that you're dealing with. Maybe you're partnering up with someone with work or your business, your mission. It could be a team member. And I'm also, what I'm getting is that you've been, Yeah. So if this is you, now keep in mind, this is general. So, and there's multiple people who view these live and then view these after. So this may or may not be you, but someone needs to hear this. So you may have been sensing that this has been going on. You've had a feeling about this, this deception or these lies, somebody stealing or manipulating, cheating, that kind of thing, whether it's personal or professional. And with the Five of Cups here, it's like, and the Seven of Swords. So there's a little bit of this people-pleasing thing. Like you're trying to be diplomatic about this and understanding of it. And, but there's a little bit of this tendency to fall on your own sword is what I'm getting. And what they want you to know is like, no, what you're feeling and sensing is accurate. Trust it and be decisive about it. It's really about being decisive with dealing with the situation, speaking out loud about it, addressing it directly, and quickly and swiftly coming to a resolution about it. And what I'm sensing is that you're kind of getting caught up in you're kind of getting caught up in the emotion of it. It's like you might even know why this is happening. Like you may have empathy around why this might be happening, but it's like the message here is it doesn't have to be at your expense, right? You can have empathy and you can also set the boundary is what I'm getting. And once you do that, that this is going to resolve, and it's going to resolve quickly. And I'm feeling with this Ace of Wands here, like maybe some other things are going to come out, and and you'll know, the message here is to trust your instincts, but then you'll see and you'll know that you were absolutely on point with making this very swift decision. So this letter, like this might be walking papers for somebody, right? Like this might be you needing to let somebody go in your team, your organization, or, in your personal life, right? Because what I'm hearing is that somewhere you're being taken advantage of. And I get that if this is you, that you sense this, this, you haven't addressed it yet, and this is the week to do that. Wow, that was like really surprising follow-up. So those are the energies for this week. Lots of good things coming in, and also don't pay attention to those blind spots, right? You have a big heart, and sometimes that can be a blind spot for you. Yes, you can be compassionate, you can be empathetic, and you can also own and honor your boundaries. So if that resonates, leave a comment. Be sure to check out my YouTube channel. I'll post this over here, and then I have some other educational content over there as well. And if you're interested, if you are an entrepreneur, a healer, light worker, mission-led entrepreneur, and you are longing to be more visible with your work and your business, and at the same time terrified about being more visible in your business, I'd love to have a conversation with you. My Bold Heart Visibility Retreat is just a little bit more than a week away, and I still have a few spots left. So if you'd like more information about that, would like to explore if that might be a fit for us to work together, I'd love to hear from you. So you can drop a comment below or PM me, and we'll set up a time to chat. Talk to you later.